ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ryan Jones, and I'm going to tell you just a little bit about my life and one of the turning points in my life that helped create the man that I am today. And I'd like to start with a simple quote. When you're growing up in the streets, and your mindset has to change in order for you to truly escape. This was quoted to me by Joshua O'Brien Robinson, who I'll tell you a little bit about as the presentation goes on, and how who I was before this influential moment in my life, and how Joshua O'Brien Robinson helped create the man that I am today, or help create the man that I am today. Now, this is Pine Forest Park. It was the center of the neighborhood that I grew up in. And in this neighborhood, I spent my nights stealing, breaking into houses, selling drugs. And this was what those people I grew up with seen as necessary to succeed in life. Now, success looked like big chains, clothes, shoes, as well as the fancy cars that are driven around the neighborhood, and not necessarily finishing college. I mean, as long as you had an acceptance letter, it was seen as successful. And then one day, after 5 years of being in and out of jail, I lost my older brother, Josh, he was murdered in cold blood. He was someone that would go out and he would run the streets, he would sell drugs, but until he realized the influence that he had on my life and the path that he was leading me down. And once he realized that, he spent the rest of his life actually pointing me in the right direction and getting me back on track so that I didn't go right down the same path that he went down. And so may he rest in peace. And what that did for me was it influenced me to actually strive for graduation, to actually strive to be something greater, and to actually go into and change my mindset. And how my mindset changed is now, instead of seeing success as clothes, shoes, and cars, I now see success as finishing what I started, graduating college. I ended up getting married young, and by 23, I had my first property. And by 25, I had an investment property. And instead of trying to get out of the hood, I now see myself trying to get out of the country, trying to expand my horizon. So I visited multiple countries, over 13 different countries. And now I see success as trying to change or leave my mark on the world. So in conclusion, success is not based off of who you grow up. Life is not based off of who you grow up with or the situation that you grew up in, but what you make out of that situation and then who you choose to be on the back end of that.